Well, this is the first time I've tried streaming using YouTube, so hopefully everything's set up and working properly. I will play at least one game and then maybe stop and check and see if things are recording properly. If not, we'll give this another go tomorrow. So, let's start ladder. So we've got Zerg versus Zerg. I play a style of Zerg that I know some other Zergs I play against aren't very fond of. I don't think it's cheese. Some people definitely seem to be of that opinion. I tend to open 14-14 for that early aggression. It seems to cut down on the amount of just straight build order loses I get in matches. If the opponent goes for a really early hatch first, it can definitely put me ahead. If they open with a super cheese, like 12-11, very rush opening, it can definitely hold that off if I just pull back and hang out in my own base. So that's what I'll be doing. See how that turns out. Straight onto gas to get that Zergling speed as quick as possible. Good manners. Always like to return that. Oh, and it's appreciated. So as soon as that Overlord hatches, I'll get one more drone and then straight into Zerglings. Once we get close to 100 gas, I will pull 2 of the drones off of gas and onto minerals, because we are going to be expanding behind this and want to have that extra mineral income to facilitate that. They'll be rallying straight to the opponent's natural. Down to Queen, and then one more Zergling, and once we're supply capped, we'll go for that expand. All the Zerglings rally to their natural. And send that drone up for the natural expansion myself. Nice thing about this build is Zergling speed usually finishes right when their Zerglings come out if they've gone for an expand first, which means I'm suddenly at a very big advantage when my Zerglings are chasing their Zerglings around their base. And he did do the early expand, so this could go very well for me unless I make it poorly. So now I just keep rallying Zerglings to his main. His natural, he should lose the natural. Very unusual that they managed to hold this. And there's now Zergling speed, so his Zerglings can't get away. That was his natural. Run away when he pulls drones. Let's get another inject. And all the while my natural's about to finish. Got more lanes. Run away from the drones. Let's get that Queen. Oh, and there's a Zerg. So if anybody's watching this stream in the future, maybe you can let me know if you figure that's too cheesy for opening in ZVZ. I don't consider it an all-in. Assuming I do some damage, I have that natural hatch of my own to fall back on, and I usually transition into roaches at that point because the opponent usually moves into banelings to stop the Zergling aggression. Let's see what we have next. Hopefully my mic sensitivity is loud enough to pick up me talking over the game sound. I'll review that later though. Ooh, Terran. been having a lot of fun with super mineral heavy mass queens against Terran recently, so I'm going to give that a go. I'm still getting the hang of transfuse micro in the big fights, but it seems like it could be a lot of fun. Send that to the back of his base for possible Nidus shenanigans later in the game, depending on how things go. So I think it's probably fairly standard for Zerg players against Terran, unless you're doing something super cheesy. Go for that 17 hatch, straight into a spawning pool, and then maybe get a pair of Zerglings. Or sometimes I try to just rely on the queens to hold off reprogression, but if I do that I usually end up losing a drone or two more than I'd like. Set 200 minerals, pull 2 drones, one will go scout. This one will become a hatchery. Oh, he's not going to block me, is he? Ah, he tried, but no dice. 200 minerals will make a spawning pool. And unlike probably, I think, most Zerg players right now, I don't usually go for gases until minerals are mostly saturated. I forget who first started doing that in Heart of the Swarm, but I've really liked it since then. And uh-oh. That's a problem. Looks like we might be having some sort of proxy Reaper play, which I'm definitely not a fan of. Going to need to get that Roach Warren as soon as possible and start playing defensive. That's why it's always good to scout. Right, if I'm getting the Roach Warren, can't forget to get gas. Spine crawlers don't do that well against mass roaches, but I'm going to drop one early just to hold off against possibly some early aggression. I'm probably going to lose the natural. I'm not going to sweat that much though. Oh. But it's not a... So it's just a bunker rush. Proxy bunker rush. Okay. To get those roaches up early. Get another queen and a spy right down there. That was way too much damage. So basically these roaches aren't even going to try to kill the bunker in rings, they're going to run straight to the opponent's base, and I'm going to rely on my queens and spine crawler to hold aggression here. Oh, but I'm supply blocked. Okay, this was a poor response. This was a very poor response, and it's starting to look like I'm probably losing this due to poor play. I was expecting that Reaper proxy and wasn't expecting a bunker rush to cause me to lose my natural. Once those roaches are out, we're going to just head straight to his base. He would have been producing units in his base because of the proxy barracks. Okay, let's go.
Our forces are under attack.
Well, a couple roaches to defend if he just decides to try to push in here. And back on drones, in case I do enough damage to actually stay in this. I'm skeptical though. assume he's nice and fortified up against this by now. Not having that rush speed makes this a little difficult. CV's off mining, that's what I like to see. Oh, medevac, don't like that. Now he's gonna try to bring those CVs in to fight my roaches. You know, I was thinking that was gonna be a piss poor response, but I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I killed a lot of SCVs. Okay, I saw that Liberator. Don't like that. Hate Liberators. Alright, that's still there. A little fooey on you too. These minerals is bad. Maybe we can drop a proxy hatch. Morphing the injured roach into a field ravager to restore that health.
Evolution complete. Evolution complete.
And drop Spire to eventually get a couple crafters to pick off things like Liberators and medevacs. And once those roaches come up, we should be able to take the natural and hope I'm not too far behind.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, let's go.
Our forces are under
Oh, I
attack.
think that's the route. Oh, no. I thought that drone didn't there. I will shot you. Oh. Get back up there. Queens, too.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Gonna get the Liberator, that's good. I think that went pretty well. Looks like he was focusing the Spire, which he didn't manage to get. Let's build a few more roaches and see what we can do. Didn't get the medevac, that makes me a little sad. I'm gonna build a couple corruptors, probably like 3 corruptors. They're kind of expensive. Don't want to go overboard on them.
Mineral field depleted.
About time I got out of this base. Minerals are running out. Oh. Dodge that corrosive vial, saving his medevac. Smart play. Smart, quick, dexterous.
Mineral field depleted.
Get at least 1 corruptor. Oh, I do have that corruptor. Good. 2 medevacs full of marines there. Want another corruptor here.
Mineral field depleted. The hive cluster are under attack.
Where on earth did he come from? Did that injured medevac commit suicide? Oh no, they're just walking in.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Whee! That wasn't doing any efforts. That's not good.
Mutation complete.
Okay, I don't want to get a third pretty soon here. Like now.
The hive cluster is under attack.
A bit more damage than I would like to do, but it's gonna get cleaned up. Third will be up soon. Let's build around the roaches. Maybe we can this pressure, see if he has a third. He's Terran, so he might not. Terran usually takes pretty late, but he probably should have one by now.
Our forces are under attack.
Ooh. Go like that. Fall back for those roaches. You know, I don't think I have roach speed, do I? Jesus, I've just been hanging on my base too much. Holding, but not that much. Weird to see Terran give up on medevacs like that. That's not usual. Terran usually really needs those medevacs. Making a push like that with no healing is unusual for them.
Mutation complete.
A few more Ravagers. Another round of roaches, and if nothing else comes, we are going to move out.
Evolution complete.
Oh, there's some.
Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Those corruptors more than making up their value.
Complete. The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh, well, that's mean.
Mineral field depleted.
You know, I'm starting to feel pretty good. I'm holding these fairly well, I think. Letting him keep me on the defensive a little too much, but, I'm tentatively optimistic. Whoa, when did I build that many drones? Got a little drone happy there. Okay, let's hit the third, keep building roaches for home base protection at this point. Not drones, sorry, roaches. Over drones, I already overdroned a little much. And there's that third completely saturated. Ooh, that's a planetary, let's not attack into that. Now we're gonna fall back.
Vespene guys are exhausted.
Is pretty marauder heavy by the looks of it. Let's at least get wing speed so that I can transition to that. To some sort of heavy wing sport. some Zerg players would like to transition into mutas at this point. I've never really liked the muta transition. Let's cancel that. It's a double drop.
Our forces are under attack.
Cleaning up those drops, but he's definitely doing damage at this point. Let's max on roaches and then a quick counter.
Metamorphosis complete. Mineral field depleted. Evolution complete.
Him losing all his medevacs every attack is quite nice, but
Complete.
it's long distance mining. I believe that is what it is. Some high ground. Felt aggressive, didn't feel like it did enough though. I feel like I lost more drones somewhere. Oh, that secondary drop in my natural probably killed more than I realized. That goes to the right, a couple more drones. Five, 4, 2. I killed 11 medevacs with these. Now 5 corruptors. And I'm not sure if I've actually lost a corruptor. I might have lost one earlier. Could be wrong on that, but still. That seems like value to me.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, I think typical places I should probably be. Oops. Moving into. Yeah, that's poor. What did I do with that misclick? Fail, micro fail.
Mineral field. Our forces are under attack.
Disappointing. Oh, that one medevac's gonna get away. And the drones.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Okay.
The hive
This is getting bad. He's just hitting me on too many fronts, which is what Terran is really good at, and I am unfortunately pretty piss poor at dealing with.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Because I lose everything.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Yeah, letting him dictate these attacks, choosing to do these, execute these 3-bond attacks all the time is murdering me.
The hive cluster is under attack. The hive forces are
Because I just lose all my bases. Where are my corruptors?
Forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Evolution complete.
Yeah, I have like no mineral income at the moment. Zip. Okay, it's pretty much some sort of... Can't even say it's an all-in, I've got nothing. He seems to be producing marines quick enough rate that I'm in all the trouble. At least it's not planetary, that makes me happy. Yeah. He is still far too ahead at this point. Let's see if I can just go corrupt something. What's that called? Not corrupt. Caustic spray. But there's nothing here. Which means that probably did a decent bit of damage to him. Ooh, there's the main army.
Are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
Drops galore.
The hive cluster is under attack.
I can't lose that.
Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
Just so bad. These will come attacks.
The hive cluster is under attack.
I probably didn't even have the, looks like the army to defend this. I think that's GG. That was a good game, though. Felt like I was running around for most of it, unfortunately. Which... You know, I guess probably just a spore and a spine each expansion would have really helped impede those if there was a spore shooting at medevacs every time they came in right away. That would probably help to keep those under control, a little more static defense. I'll definitely try that next time if the Terran seems to be a little drop heavy. Thought the Corruptors would be enough, but his multi-pronged attacks were just enough to overwhelm my poor defense. You might have noticed watching already. Oh, him even more, that's impressive. I play with a pretty darn low APM. Maybe that's my age, I don't think I'm that old. But, I do notice that most of the opponents I play against have a substantially higher APM than myself. Makes some of those multi-front battles a little taxing for me. So, Zerg versus Zerg. Again, we're going to go with the 14-14 opening. I just stick to that. I don't dislike the Zerg versus Zerg mirror matchup in Legacy of the Void nearly as much as I did in Heart of the Swarm. Not really sure why. I don't tend to make much use of the newer units. I rarely go into lurkers, which I know some people do. What am I doing? Oh, I guess I'm doing 14 spawn first. Got busy talking and didn't get the early gas. And I overloaded first. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing here. inexperienced streaming, getting a little distracted talking, and messing up my build order. So, what do we do here? Something odd, I guess, since we're already doing something odd. I'm going to do a slightly more defensive macro build into roaches and hope my defenses don't get overwhelmed with banelings too early. Since I end up going spawn before a hatch in a macro build, I guess we just try to get those early queens for defense. Do I go queen before hatch? I think I have to, because those firstlings are going to be here on any sort of early aggression build before I have any defense if I go hatch first at this point. Making the best of a bad start. We'll see. That early point was way off for Zerg versus Zerg 2. So I'm going to skip wing speed in this situation since I've decided I'm going to go for straight for roaches. I'm going to get another queen here next. I'll get an overlord first because I'm going to supply cap myself at this rate. Just one. That's for now. I can't too much of that. Queen. Drone. Don't want him getting sniped by a queen unnatural, but. Oh, that looked like Zerglings on their way. Spotted just barely on the minimap. So, hopefully 4 roaches on the ramp. They won't be on the ramp before those get here. Get to tier it. And then we'll start droning this up once we get those 4 roaches and a second queen.
The hive cluster is under attack.
He's wondering what the heck is this guy doing at this point. Got a hatch, nothing at it. Maybe I've confused him enough at this point that he doesn't know what to think. I can only hope so. My poor play could have confused the opponent. And spyblock myself again. This is not turning into a good match. Let's do that, just mutate just for lair speed. The roach speed all the way. I know slow roaches can pose a decent threat, but I don't plan on pushing out with those anytime soon. We're gonna drone. He's going to turn into Overseer and do a flyby as soon as that lair's done, so I can get some idea if he's going mutas or what this guy's doing. Okay, that should get mineral saturation on both bases. And back on gas. We got 1 gas and natural. And then spam roaches. Oh, someone's on their way. Oh! How did I not see that coming? Okay, get on the ramp.
Complete.
You get over there where the roaches can at least fire on your aggressors. Yeah, we're losing that. No ands or buts about it. So apparently that's what my opponent is doing. A very large number of roaches. Or not roaches. You're tired, can't talk. Okay. Look at that. Ooh, he's streaming more wings my way. He's got the 3rd.
Our forces are under attack.
Did I just get all my roaches killed? Oh, that's a lot of Banes. All the Banes. Oh my goodness. I guess that really started putting me that much behind in Econ. I didn't realize I was that far behind. Well, that's GG. Led to a really poor build order start. Let's see what that resource income looked like after that start. Oh yeah, he was ahead of me right from the get-go. If I had somehow managed to hold that, I guess I would have been ahead, but I needed a lot more roaches before I'd be able to hold that. What was my 14 Overlord, 13 Pool, 12 Extractor? You won't find that in any build online. Like I was saying about my opponent's APM. The last game I was at like 120 something. Straight into the next one. Zerg versus Zerg, you guys are gonna get tired of seeing this. The 14-14 often works really well on this map because I noticed a lot of Zerg players go really greedy with the early expand for that gold in the third base. Skip the natural and go straight to the third, which is pretty much impossible to defend against 14-14. We'll see what the opponent does. Guess I should send out that Overlord. Focus on my build order timings at the start to avoid a repeat of last round. That was embarrassing. What do you guys think? Cheese? I don't think it's cheese. Now he suspects cheese. I'm gonna say no, of course not cheese. Then if he considers that cheese, I look like a liar and I'm a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk. Let's get two of these guys off the gas. Does him asking if I'm doing cheese make people suspect that he's doing cheese? Psychological meta? Oops. Queen. Forgetting the small things, talking. Yeah, some of these guys out. I'm gonna go greedying. Move him to the gold. Should have started him moving earlier if I was gonna do that, but start my Overlord early instead. Now the rush paths. I think if he's rushing me simultaneously on this map, our circlings will not meet in the middle, which is a little awkward if he was doing cheese. Oh. And like I was talking about, he went for that very early expand for the gold. So this right here, I'm not going to pull off once he does too many kills, but that is a lot of economic damage on his drone count there. Try to snipe some of these low health ones.
Metamorphosis complete.
And that's probably GG for him. He moved all his drones to the early gold. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Is he gonna rage on me? He talked about cheese early, and I definitely did something that this early expanding Zerg is going to consider a cheesier play. Waiting for the calm before the all caps. I'm not a jerk online, I don't enjoy it when people rage. Actually gets under my skin a little bit. Don't deal well to confrontation, that sort of thing, but can't say I feel bad about what I'm doing here. Should have pulled Jones there, if I can do pull Jones when he was fighting my Zerglings with his Zerglings. Whenever he has drones on the gold right now, he's getting a lot of resources, so I don't want to let him just drone up and mine. You know, I'm doing the aggression. I should be moving my own drones for the gold.
Our forces are under attack.
So boring. Well, not rage, but BM. Like I say, the one reason I really like the build I do, the 14-14, is just straight up build order losses such as my opponent just suffered rarely happen. In his case, you go for a quick expand like that, your opponent does any sort of early pool, you're going to lose or be way behind on build order alone. Zerg versus Zerg, we have a pattern here, although this map is big enough. I'm not sure if I want to do the 14-14. I think I'm going to hatch before pool, then probably mass Zerglings with +1 attack. I kind of like that. Talked about my poor APM in the past. The APM issue really makes it hard for me to succeed with Ling Bang composition. If my opponent has higher APM than me, bad at those Zergling splits, I usually end up losing huge clusters of Zerglings to the opponent's Banelings just from lack of micro. I don't want to do that. So, +1 attack Lings, possibly Incognitors. Slow moving that drone down for the expand. Usually want to start them moving at about exactly 200 minerals. Probably should have gassed before pool. I'm not sure what the exact proper best build is there, but let's see. I noticed a lot of my games on this map recently have been cross spawns. I don't know if it's been changed to only allow cross spawns, or if the other corners are still allowable. Would be good to know. Save on scouting those corners if that was the case. It's Overlord, right? Good. Didn't forget the Overlord. This will be a queen here as well. And then off of just one saturated base, we're going to start spamming those Zerglings until it looks like we're not doing damage, and then we fall back and saturate the natural. If we have to fall back, usually I'll drop a couple spines at that point too. Pull this once I get to 100 gas. I'll pull those 3 drones down to the natural. Just want the gas for the melee attack upgrade. Oops, don't spoil that myself, which I'm totally gonna do. This is looking like probably cross spawns again. Maybe that is the new setting for this map. So I don't have that many more Zerglings under production. I think I'm going to just move these guys up to the natural and rally more up there now. See how this goes.
Metamorphosis complete.
There's link speed. I probably started them running earlier just to have link speed get there, get across the map. I don't want to do any big oh, your link's heading my way? I saw a couple there. Is this complete wall off? Oh my goodness, it is. Okay. Let's do this. Probably roaches on their way, which is bad. I'll start saturating my natural behind this. Queen's here. Roach is coming up. Focused on the Roach Worm. Need to get that. Okay, I'm definitely behind because he definitely has a saturated natural. Maybe I shouldn't have all-in with those wings. Them. Let's get a third. Since I'm going to be winging, let's get a macro as well. This isn't going to do damage, let's just see what he's got. He's rebuilding. He's not taking a third, I assume. So he's putting gas into roaches. Don't have to worry about mutas right now. I'm just going to... these 4 hatches, try to mass lings with +1, and hope that's enough to protect me while I try to get caught up in econ. Getting gas to get that carapace upgrade now. Just to keep that tech progressing. Ooh, what are these guys doing? That's not good. Let's get those towers. Okay. Let's go in here. I'm gonna drop this bit of static at the natural to stop. That was probably unnecessary. There's not gonna be that many wing run bys. He's been focusing on roaches. But still can.
Our forces are under attack.
I was wrong, he's got mutas. Okay, 2 base meta. Let's put the pressure on him. Get more queens. Get ready to transfer drones to a base that's not under attack by mutas.
Our forces are under attack.
First, let's make sure he's not taking...
Cluster is under attack.
Don't want to be taking a third unnamed me.
Our forces
Oops, didn't go in
are
here.
under attack. Our forces are under attack.
So he's holding hard. Okay. Not entirely sure what the proper response is this. Go mutas off of 3 base versus his 2 base.
Cluster is under attack.
Under the assumption that I will be able to out-muta produce him. Gotta get those up quick though. Slow wings. I've mistaken his part not investing in wing speed at this point. Because they will be the main support for his mutas.
Mutation complete.
Guess I just need to keep building queens in the meantime to serve as anti-air to buy me time.
Mineral field. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Does that sound of muted? I like that.
Our forces are under attack.
he's losing a lot of meters, which makes me really happy. Oops, what happened to that scout?
Mineral field depleted.
Oh, I'm not even going there. Damn it. Just damn it all. Okay, spread creep out so we can get that fourth. Oh, I like that. Let's see if we can snipe that before the roaches kill me. It's more roaches than I expected him to have with his army, to be perfectly honest. Just keep saving more larvae for that first round of mutas when they hit. Except for some drones. Check the other expansion. Ooh!
Our forces
I
are
don't like
under
that.
attack.
I don't like that at all.
Mineral field depleted. Our forces are under attack.
Great, haven't been able to expire yet. Fuck my life. Oh, I'm just gonna flat out lose here. Been stockpiling too many minerals.
Are under attack.
Was too slow getting the damn upgrades for mutas, like the lair and then the spire. And now I'm just gonna straight up lose.
Our forces
Oh yeah, totally all these where my mistakes were. Those banelings are gonna come and demolish my rings any second now. Probably micro banes, but still, it's gonna be enough.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
I'm trying to do it now is just by some miracle if I can stall long enough for a round of mutas. But that's not gonna happen. Spire's not even done yet. By the time those mutas come up, I'm gonna be down all my hatches.
Depleted. The hive forces are under attack.
There are other way, but you just wait here. I'm surprised he's not moving into my main. It's a lot of roaches, even if the mutas come up, I'm not entirely sure they're going to save me at this point.
Mineral field depleted.
He goes into my base. Let me kill the drones, I have a whole bunch of backlog. That's the spire. Probably not one of those. And counter to his natural, or his third. That's not good.
The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
What happened to those mutas? Oh. Did I just... Okay. Honestly didn't expect that coming. I was not expecting that counter to win me the game. I felt like he destroyed pretty much everything I had. I guess I had one base back to most of the mining, but... Wow. You know, on that one, I know my record didn't go that well tonight. That was like, what, 2 wins and 3 losses? I think I played that before I started streaming. Don't recall. let's say 3 wins and 4 losses. Still not that good, but I think that's enough Starcraft for now. I'm gonna stop streaming Starcraft, take a bit of a break, and maybe try making a video for some other new game I haven't played at all before. That'll be coming up in a few minutes. Thanks for watching.